find something that can tune it. Alright, back at the shop. Just gotta hustle down. Gotta get this engine bay stripped and start sanding. Wipe all this degreaser off. Actually, just shot vac a lot of that dust and shit out of here. And so I can go through, wipe this all down. Maybe hit it with a scrub brush. And start sanding. I'm just gonna wipe it all down. I don't think you guys need time lapse of watching me just wipe down this engine bay. Alright, I don't know. This is starting to drive me nuts. I'm just realizing, like I said it last clip, but I didn't click in my head that this has been painted. You can definitely see the paint line all around it. It's been painted down to here. Here. And it's a really bad paint job too. It's all flaking off. So, just more shoddy work that I gotta deal with. I don't know how to take this out. I've never had to do it before. I had it out. I took like the 4 bolts out and moved it, but it only moves like I guess you gotta do it in the dash. I've never had to take out like a windshield wiper motor before. Alright, I know I'm jumping around a lot, and I'm sure it's driving some of you crazy, because it would be driving me crazy. This is how I'm staying motivated to actually keep doing it. Because I'd be dead ass tired and over it by now. Because that's just how time consuming it is. Right there's the back of the brake booster. It hooks to the brake pedal. But it's that weird kouki, which is pretty cool. You just got to pull that out of the way, slide that down, pull that pin out, and then it's disconnected from the brake pedal. And then there's 4 bolts on it. I don't know if they're 10s or 12s yet. Right there, I'll zoom in on them in edit. Right there, you're gonna take those 4 out, and that brake booster should fall. So that's what I'm gonna do. Like I said, I'm sorry that I keep jumping around. I noticed it in the last video, me editing, I just kept jumping around. This is just super, super time consuming. And if I didn't jump from side to side, I'd just get tired of it, take a break, and then never get back to it. So, sorry. That was some of the hardest shit I've done in probably 3 years. Just being bent like that killed me. My stomach, my chest, Jesus. Probably be in bed the next 3 days. Alright, let me get in there and pull that out. But I guess it's not that bad. I can't find one of these. If you guys can find one of these, put the link in the comments. But even the ones I can't find on eBay are worse than this. So I don't know. I'm gonna put it in the sandblaster, and if it comes out alright, I'll have it powder coated. I'm gonna go around all these corners. Got like a wire brush and a toothbrush and a paintbrush that's ruined. I left that thing in solvent, so it's all hard. And get all these corners cleaned out. And then, I don't know, I think I'm gonna start with the wire wheel. If it's real bad, I got, sand pads and everything else. I can't remember the name of that. Alright, I hit this with a wire brush a little bit. It's kind of just, I don't have like the right one. I need like a triangle one to get in there. But I'm just gonna hit all this big area with like the flat sand and pad thing. I don't know, let's see how it goes. Yeah, see, it's not that bad. I got a new one of these. Yes, I'm gonna take this out. I can't lay down under there anymore right now today. I'm gonna take that out another day.
I am uncomfortable with being comfortable. I'm trying to do the unthinkable. I'd rather die than be stuck in the cubicle. I'd rather spend my whole life in the studio. Practice my swing, I've been working on hits. Trying to do shows and sold out events. All of these rappers be claiming they next.
It's not bad at all. Just some surface rust here and there I gotta get off. I don't know, sand it all down. I might get a couple of tacks here and there, have one of my buddies come over, just to be on the safe side. Alright, well at least nothing like is completely rusted through and garbage. A little pit here and there. This is a spot that I was worried about, honestly. I was like, oh, I'm gonna start getting into this and it's just gonna fall apart. but it's not bad at all. So like I said, I still might have like a buddy come and tack that. Maybe even just run a bead all across it. Over here there's a spot right there, but these lines still have fuel in them, so I don't feel like throwing metal at that right now. See ya in a second, your world. Hey guys, a couple days later, I was walking around turning on all the lights. Look at this. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. I don't even know where the crackers are coming from. They're like bringing them from out of state. I don't know. These are smuggling mice. These two cars right here, I got too much money wrapped up in both of these cars that have mice chewing wires. Gonna stay working on the VR4. I know that'll make most of you guys happy that I'm not jumping around. I want to try to get this up out of the way so I can at least like have enough room to sand under it and everything. I'm gonna chase the wire. You see where that wire goes through? I'm gonna take this fender liner out and see if I can at least pop those zip ties loose. At least get enough slack. Get enough slack to come out of there and pick that up and put it in this headlight bezel. Alright, it's just these screws. Let's trace the screws. Screw, there's a bolt, screw. Pull this out. And then hopefully I can just start popping zip ties and loosen this all up. Get enough slack to get it out of the way. It would be completely awesome if I get right here and there's a disconnect that I doubt that's going to happen. But at least give me some more slack so I can sand under it real nice. And then the other day I showed you guys all this. That rust is nowhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be. So we're all good there. I still might put a couple tacks. I don't know. Leave it down in the comments. I'm not like I can weld. Like I can run a bead here and there on a flat surface. But I know a lot of people like stitch weld their whole body. What does that do? Just help rigidity? Is that something I should do? Should I just get this all out and just, at least these corners right here, just run a solid bead? Just on this front part of the frame. Alright, I'll bring it back after I get this liner out. Definitely nothing to unplug. I got real excited when I seen this. Just sitting there. I don't know what this goes to. This definitely isn't the factory adjustable suspension. That's up there on top, right? I have no idea what this is just sitting there for. I don't know how much slack I'm gonna get. I mean, I think I can get enough to get it out of the way. Got that zip tie clip thing right there. One there, one there. Whatever that sensor is, I have no idea what that does. And then you got your airbag G sensor. Right here you got to unplug. So, see, this is what I didn't want to do. Now that I'm in here, all this surface rust, which isn't bad, which would probably be fine for another 15 years. I'm going to want to sand all this down and paint it, even though it's going to be covered. And now that I'm here, it's like, why not just take the fender off? Alright, I got it to drop down. I don't know, I probably got a foot that was stuck up in that wheel well. Once it's straightened out, be able to sand that down and let me lower the car. Alright, like I said, I got like a foot of that out of the way. I could probably move it up and over more. God, I hate moving this. I'm so nervous. I'm gonna try to get this up and over. Alright, I'm gonna go around because this is really making me nervous. All the movement of this wire and harness. I'm just gonna go and all these like things that jut off of it, like this right here, I'm just gonna zip tie it to itself so it's all just pretty much one big wire. And then I don't think it's gonna have to move for a while. So I'm gonna zip tie it pretty much where it is, make it all stay super tight, because every time I move the car on the lift or anything like that, it moves. I don't want to just crack it. You know what I mean? You crack one of these wires, you're gonna be chasing it for 6 months, trying to figure out which one it is. It'd probably be easier to just buy a whole new wire and harness. The only thing that sucks is I was thinking about it, like Haltech or Heltech, however you want to say it, they make like wire and harnesses. Like you can get an ECU and a full wire and harness for an LS, but they don't offer that for this car. And I Googled it. I didn't really find anything that like offers like a nice, neat plug and play wire and harness for this car. So I'm just nervous I'm gonna mess it up. Hey, I kind of just got ahead of myself and forgot to pick up the camera. I got the intercoolers off, got the oil cooler out of the way. I'm gonna take this bumper off. Just the aluminum part. I'm gonna leave like the steel on because I'm gonna paint that. But this aluminum I'm gonna take off just so I can get back there and get that whole area right there real nice. It's just 4 bolts each side through these holes. front end's all stripped. I'm gonna start sanding on the inside so I can paint down here like we talked about and get this wire back where it goes. And then everything else, take my time, sand it real nice and pretty. Oh yeah, one of you guys sent me a link to these, so thanks a lot for that, because I'm done sitting here trying to save them. I started ripping them off over there. Just pull these all out of the way. So the front's been painted. It might have been hit. I've said that a couple times, just weird things that bent. And like these welds look really nice up on the front. Maybe it hasn't. I don't know, I guess I'm just gonna keep wire wheeling. Alright, this is something I just noticed. I was talking about how like all these spot welds over here are super nice. You know, these ones, like maybe it was hit. I don't know, let me know if you've noticed this on like your car. You see this? Just normal sheet metal tack welded together. Over here is all nice and caulked. Then maybe this is factory. It was hit over here. And they put this whole thing in. Cause like this is black. I was just saying that too, but I don't think my mic was plugged in. This, I thought maybe this was factory black, just to go with the radiator shroud better, but it's not. As soon as I start sanding into it, it's red underneath the black. So it's definitely been painted. But see how there's no caulk over on this side? I don't know why it would be like that though. I mean, I guess back in the day, like if this was wrecked when it was brand new, it'd be worth it to fix that side if it got hit over there. I don't know, it's weird. Let me know what you guys think. I can't believe I didn't notice until yesterday that this has been painted. Like just all this overspray, it never crossed my mind. Like that line is horrible. There's black down there, I just never paid attention. Yeah, look, I'm just now noticing how bad these runs are and stuff too now that I'm sanding. I don't know if they're, there they go. You can see them on camera a little bit. Just more and more surprises with this one.
Ain't like me then what you think of me now. I see their faces when I come around. I used to dream about being the king, but now I'm more than a throne and a crown. No one showed me how to make it here. Rappers come and then they disappear. I'm trying to stick around every year. No more falling on deaf ears. Join the success or just watch me succeed.
I don't know, I'm starting to think this thing was completely totaled out. Probably not, but it was definitely hit. Why would you just paint like that? And like there's no paint on this. So this was painted off the car, I think. Yeah, it wouldn't bother me if like the kid was like, yeah, this car's been totaled out. And I glued it back together. I still would have bought it. I would have just thrown like a 4G63 in this thing from the get and ripped on it. Alright, I'm gonna finish this up. I'm not gonna sit here and just record me sanding the whole time. Who wants to see that? I'll bring you back. I've never taken one of these out before. I didn't realize they went that deep. This is like a big freaking shock absorber. This bolts on and then just a big ass tube. Doesn't seem like it compresses though. It's weird. I mean, it's not weird, it's interesting. Like it's not caulked on that side like I showed you earlier, but it's caulked over here, but there's no way to tell up front. Well, besides that being painted. I don't know. I don't know what all would have been replaced and what wouldn't have been. You know, this one doesn't even have a plastic piece on it. I don't know. You guys leave your suggestions down in the comments. You guys think it was totaled out? I doubt it was totaled out, but you guys think it was hit? I wasn't going to take those off. Remember? Remember me saying that? Huh? Anyone remember me saying that 10 minutes ago? It was more than 10 minutes ago. Anyone remember me saying that 3 hours ago? I'm going to end up buying all new hardware too. One of you guys, if you guys know of somewhere where I can just buy all the hardware for like the engine bay, send me a link. Got that all done, sanded. I gotta just hit those corners a little bit. I'm out of 80 grit sandpaper. And then I gotta hit everything. I'm gonna at least get down to like 400. But just for here, the rest I'll probably do like 6. You're never gonna see this, but next day, gonna keep chugging along on this. I gotta get that steering column rubber bushing thing out of there still so I can sand that. I gotta put the car up in the air so I can get underneath of this real nice. I'm more worried about underneath than anything. And then I'm gonna start hand sanding this. I just gotta get over in these corners. I just pretty much want the black off, and then I'm gonna hit the whole thing. I don't know. I don't even remember what sizes I got. Like I said, I'm probably only gonna go down to like 400, maybe only 600 on, or up to, whatever you wanna call it, on this right here. You're not gonna see it. I just don't want it to rust. I want all the rust gone. I don't know. It depends on how much out of control I want to get. I'll probably get the top of the engine bay, you know. I'll probably go to like an 800 or 1,000. Just gonna keep plugging along, give you some time lapses here and there. I'll stop and point out things that I think are hard or anything like that.
They wanna know how I made it this far. I tell them this wasn't made overnight. Learn from mistakes, I was doing it wrong. This time around, I'll be getting it right. Spend too much time in the dark. Seem like the old me done came to the light. I do it all for the love and the fans. You do it all for the bitches and hype. I cannot live like I'm somebody else. I'm doing fine, just being myself. Rappers get famous, then look in the mirror, forgot who they were, now they crying for help. I used to follow they lead, but now I just lead by example. Talking that business, we chopping it up like a sample. I see the world from a whole different angle. I don't relate to these other guys.
Alright guys, got this wheel well pretty much done. It's like, I don't know where to end. That's like my biggest thing. I never know where to stop on anything that I ever do. That's why I always overdo it. Like, do I just stop here? Or do I just keep going all the way down the underside of the car and paint the whole damn under the car too? It's just never ending. And then these wheel wells have got that super thick, old school underliner shit. Like that they did from the dealership. So I either need to just leave that alone. I think that's what I'm gonna do, because it's all good under it. Or I'm gonna be here with a wire brush for 6 months trying to get that all out. So this whole front's pretty much done. Everything you're not gonna see that I can paint to get the wires back in, it's pretty much ready to go. And that's pretty much all I've done all day today. Just sand the shit out of this front. So, be out here tomorrow.
Willing to die for this shit. I'm ready to flip and end up in prison the rest of my life for this shit. So my mama ain't want me, she got an abortion, I end up surviving this shit.